and she was a librarian. She was a colleague who worked here from 1986 to 2009. She developed our instruction program and taught thousands of students over the 26 years that she was here. And I am not kidding, I did a quick math thing because I like numbers sometimes. And if you figure that she taught maybe 300 students, worked with 300 students in any given year, right? Transy has 1,000 students, maybe she worked with 300, maybe she worked with more than that. 300 times 26 is 6,900 students, right? I mean, this is not small beans. And she was very active in library leadership on the state level. She was the president of KLA, the Kentucky Library Association, from 1999 to 2000. She served on the Kentucky Virtual Library Resource Sharing Interlibrary Loan Subcommittee that helped develop policies for the whole state, for libraries across the state to share materials. So everybody who's ever done an interlibrary loan, Carolyn is in Kentucky. Carolyn has had something to do with that. 2004, she was named the Kentucky Library Association Outstanding Academic Librarian. And in 2009, she was recognized by the Kentucky Library Association with the Lifetime Achievement Award. She was always focused on how we could best teach our students how to find good information and to think critically about the information that they were using, which is something that we continue today. So Carolyn had a huge impact on the students that she worked with and with everyone around her. As you can see from the comments that you all added to the whiteboards. So we are very excited to have this space. Thank you. And be able to use these techniques with our students in a space that really supports it. So let me get to the thank yous, and then there's more food. So first and foremost, Tim, thank you for making this happen. This is such a great way to remember Carolyn, really, seriously. So, other people that have been involved in this, I want to call out Dr. President Lewis, Dean Thomas, and the cabinet for their support. Helen Bischoff, thank you so much for all the vision and the work and the research that was done ahead of this. Helen was a librarian here, as many of you probably know, and she has gone on to, shall we say, greener pastures over at the University of Kentucky. But she did so much work in getting this off the ground and getting this moving. Aaron Peters and Lisa Blue, are they here? Woo! Yay! For sharing your experience and knowledge with Katrina and Lori when they were out floating around trying to see what other people were doing. Joe Drum and all the facilities crew. Amanda Sartor? I want to say Sartori. Amanda Sarator and IT, especially Tristan Klein. Where'd Tristan go? Yay, Tristan! Hi, Tristan. For all the work, some of the photos that you see is Tristan hooking things up and working with the contractor. Kara Covert and her crew in development. Katrina and Lori did so much work in so many ways to help make this happen. The team at Furniture Solutions, and I know I'm forgetting people. There are so many people who are involved in this. We do not do things by ourselves. We do not accomplish anything by ourselves. We accomplish things together. And this was very much a together with everybody, including the wonderful Tassie family and Tim. So, yeah. And Tim, and that's all I have to say really, but Tim, I want to present you with a blanket to keep you warm.
Everybody knows, or not everybody, but a lot of people know, I went to the University of Louisville and graduated from there, so I'm kind of a U of L fan. This is almost red. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. And then we have other small gifts, and I want you to take home the mums.
Oh, great. That'd be great.
All right. Is there anything that you would like to say?
Yeah, I guess so. First of all, I'd like to kind of acknowledge you all being here and how much I appreciate that. And and in many ways, we are all interlocked in life, and as we work, there are people here from my blood family. Raise your hand. You're here because of family. Okay, great. And there are people here from Carolyn's church and now my church. Raise your hands. There are people here who are colleagues of hers in the library, not only here at Transy, but she started out at Western Kentucky University and was there for quite some time until she met me and for some reason moved to Lexington. How many of you are her library associates from either Transy or elsewhere?
We think you count.
And there are others who are just friends of hers by virtue of being spouses or family or acquaintances of some of those people. How many of you are they? Okay. That's great. I appreciate you all being here to remember Carolyn. She passed away 5 years ago in April. It was unexpected and sudden. She was feeling well, and then all of a sudden she wasn't feeling well, and then was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. Went into the hospital for a biopsy, feeling still well, and 6 weeks later she was gone. And I miss her. And it's things like this that help me to keep her life going. The world lost a great person with her, and she deserves to be remembered.
Amen.
We had already set up in our will important institutions that we wanted to remember in our will, and had it all signed on the dotted line and everything ready to go. And then she passed, and then I had a while to think about it. And then I thought to myself, why do I want to wait until I'm dead to enjoy the joy of giving and see the results of the giving? And so I started out with her church, making a substantial gift for things that needed to be, one-time improvements that needed to happen. I then went to KET, where I've been working for 50 years, and donated funds to create a documentary called the Pack Horse Librarians, and it became a DVD, and you have copies of the DVD now in the library, as does every other library in the state. We put funds in the budget to distribute that DVD to every library, high school, college, every library, public too. And then the third organization, logically, what was the place that Carolyn spent a good part of the last part of her career, and that's right here, Transylvania. And as Susan said, I called her and I said, I got some money, I want to give it to you, but I want it to be used in such a way that one remembers and acknowledges Carolyn's contribution to Transy and just in general to the library world and to the world at large. And so we talked about all different kinds of ways to do it, and this one seemed to me to be so closely aligned to who Carolyn was, and so we were really happy to be able to provide the funds to get this going and to make it happen. And I was here to present the check when the room was just starting, just a shell of a room, and so I'm glad to be here at the culmination of all the work that has gone into making this room happen. I didn't do a whole lot to make it happen except write a check. And so I'm so appreciative of all of you all for taking that those resources and making this happen, and for letting me see the kind of monument to Carolyn's life here. And so I'm not done yet. As long as I'm alive, I'll be working on other organizations and enjoying every minute of it. And I'm happy that you all are here to share that enjoyment with me.
Thank you, Tim.
Thank you.
And that will conclude the formal portion of our day. There's more food.
I'd like to say hi to every one of you if I haven't yet. So take the time to come by. So.